Hi there, SmartPak fans. My name is Kristina. I work on our fabulous customer care team, and I was tagged to do my favorite products video by SmartPaker Erica. So before I get into my favorite products, I just want to tell you a little bit more about myself and most importantly my horse, because frankly that's probably what you care about more. So real quick about me, my name is Kristina. I have been with SmartPak for almost 4 years now. And I have really enjoyed talking with a bunch of you when you call in to talk about your horses. It's one of my favorite parts of the job, is getting to talk to people who love horses just as much as I do all day long. Couldn't really have lucked out anymore. My horse is named Coco, or Star with a Story is her registered name. She is a almost 24-year-old chestnut quarter horse mare, going on about 12, but don't tell her I told you that. She right now is pretty much retired. She has a chronic leg issue that we manage, so I can't really ride her anymore, but we used to do a lot of pleasure riding. We did a few local shows. She's actually a retired therapy horse, so that's how I first met her. I used to volunteer at a therapeutic riding center and just got really, really close to her. So when they were ready to retire her, they offered her to me, and we've been together ever since. That was about 8 years ago. So she's my partner in crime and really helps me get to test and try out all the different products that we love so much here at SmartPak. One last thing I wanted to say about Coco is that she actually gives hugs. So when I've had like a really stressful day and I just go to the barn and go find her out in her field to say hi to her. If I just stand at her shoulder, she'll wrap her head around me and give me a big hug, and it just makes my day. So that's one special thing about her, one of many. So since I work for SmartPak, I have had the opportunity to try a bunch of different products. So I'm just going to tell you a couple of my favorites, so hopefully they can help you and your horses as well. So first question is, what is my favorite equestrian-specific product that I use at the barn? I have to say that now that we're coming up on the colder seasons, my absolute favorite product is the SmartPak Winter Jacket. This one I absolutely love for many reasons. I used to wear a bunch of jackets that I would get from other department stores that were not equestrian-specific. And just the cut and everything, it really makes a difference. When I would be riding with the other jackets, it would the jackets, since they weren't really cut for riding, they would kind of like ride up, and I would be like kind of feeling like a big marshmallow while I was on my horse, and it didn't really have that much mobility. So this one has like cut seams in the back, so that way you can take them off when you're in the saddle. It's got ventilated like arm zippers, so that way you can let yourself air out a bit while you're working out. It's got tons of pockets, so I can hide many treats for Coco, because she always knows which pocket they're in, so I have to keep her guessing. It's got a detachable hood, so I can take it on and off if I want to. And the big thing is that it's made out of a thinsulate material, so it's extremely lightweight and not bulky, but still even warmer than the bulkiest jacket I had before. So that's a really, really great benefit. I love it. The next question is, what is your favorite non-equestrian specific product that I use at the barn? This might be a little strange, but I actually don't have a tack trunk, although they're pretty, I actually prefer to have a set of like plastic stackable drawers. I think I got mine at Walmart. It wasn't very expensive, but I keep all of my little like first aid supplies and like random little things in the top drawer. Second drawer is for all of my custom halters, because I can never have enough. Coco has specific colors and she has to have her names on different ones, so I hide them there so she doesn't get turned out in them and like destroy them. So I keep all those in there in the second drawer with my lead ropes. And then the last drawer, I usually have all of my bottled supplies like shampoos, sprays, different things like that, saddle cleaner. and it works really well. I like it a lot better than a tack trunk because, first of all, they're less expensive. They are easy to move around, and they separate my different items so they're not all piled into one clump. So that's my favorite thing that I use at the barn that's not equestrian specific, but it's extremely helpful and I really like it. So what is my horse's favorite equestrian specific product to wear or use? That's a tough one because obviously being a SmartPak employee, I have a lot of access to different products to try for her, and she's very spoiled and likes to have everything embroidered, or at least I think she does. But I would have to say if I was to pick one that she would most prefer, I would say the Back on Track quick wraps. Since she's on the older side, she does have quite a bit of arthritis in her legs, which with her leg injury that she has that we're managing, it tends to get a little bit worse as the weather changes, especially in the winter time. So for those of you who are not familiar with the Back on Track products, they're basically made with little ceramic fibers that are embedded into the cushiony pillow. And when you put them on either yourself, if you're using a human product, or your horse, it reflects your body heat back into the targeted area. So it creates a therapeutic warmth, which helps to bring blood flow to that area and help with comfort levels. So that I have the Back on Track quick wraps for all 4 legs, and I put it on her in the colder nights when she has to be inside, because she does live outside 24/7. So I use them when she's inside, and it really helps keep her, it helps with the stocking up, because she does stock up a bit in behind specifically, and it just helps keep her more comfortable while she's inside and keeps her joints nice and warm. So she's a big fan of those. And then, what is the best equestrian-related gift you were ever given, and why does it mean so much to you? Well, aside from Coco herself, because obviously she was the best gift ever, my parents, for Christmas one year, had taken my favorite picture of Coco and put it on this rug. So now I have this huge, like almost life-size blanket with her face on it that I have on my bed, so I see her right when I walk in my room every day after work. And if I can't go to the barn that day, I can just look at her and just think of how awesome she is and how lucky I am to have her. So that would be my most favorite gift. And last but not least, this is a fun question. If you had the ability to create any product or anything to make your time at the barn better, no matter how ridiculous or against the laws of nature it may be, what would it be? I had to think really hard about this one because there's always so many things that I would love to be able to do if I had magical powers for my horse. And since we live up here in New England, I came to the decision that if I had the ability to do anything, I would create a rapid grass grower. So this would be either like a formulation or like some magic dust that you would put around your paddock, and then the next day there would be nice thick grass there. So that way overgrazing wouldn't be an issue. You could decide when your horse could go out on grass if they have like a metabolic issue or anything like that. But if I could just have the ability to put grass anywhere, I think we'd have a lot more happy horses and a lot less boredom in the small area of Massachusetts. So that would be mine. Rapid grass grower. And now that I'm done answering, I want to hear from you. Make your own video and tag us in it so we can see what you have to say. I'm going to tag Grace Barnett, Chloe Equestrian, and SmartPaker Susie. But we encourage everybody to make their own videos, whether we named you or not. And if you're interested in being tagged in one of our videos in the future, comment below and let us know, because we'd love to include everybody. Thanks so much, guys, and have a great ride.